Hello, Sergeant Devilldog here, and welcome to episode 39 in my series on construction simulators. In this episode, we're looking for a new contract. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is go on the jobs, contracts. We've got a road contract, which looks like it's continuing on the road after episode 38. We've got our family house, we've got a food court, another hotel complex, leisure centre, transport, pipe work. We might actually go back and do this hotel complex. There's only 8 stages to it, and we'll earn $1.93 million for nearly $2 million, so we might grab this contract. So what we'll do is we'll exit out after accepting the contracts, and we'll bring our map up. It's actually straight behind where we're actually standing on the other side of this ring road. So what we might do, first thing we have to do is actually level the block, move some topsoil. So we'll jump in our truck. We'll just quick sell this gravel in the back of the truck from the last episode, and we'll head around to our new building site, which is on the back side of this street. So we'll head back out to the main street, turn right, travel down a couple hundred metres, and then turn back into the building site. What we need to do is actually level out this big yellow area, the area highlighted in the big yellow box. So we'll just park our truck here, we'll jump back out our truck, and we'll run all the way back over and pick up our front end loader. So we'll just shoot across our block. It's not too far to go. There's our loader. We might end up moving all our equipment across to the new job site yet. Right, we'll just climb up in our front end loader, and we'll just head back around to the building site. Back out on the main street. Oops. And we'll turn to our right. When we get down here, I'll change the camera view and bring up the site map and show you what ground we have to actually excavate. So we'll just come around here, we'll change the camera angle so we can look out the front window of the loader. Now simply by holding down your triangle button, you'll actually highlight our job site. All the areas in red are the areas we have to remove the topsoil from. The green areas are the right height. So I'll change the camera angle back so we can see outside the machine. And we'll just work our way into the box and start picking up these mounds of dirt. Got this first one. Just lower your bucket down to the ground. Just drive forward. As you can see, you've got your yellow line on your speedo. That will show you how much dirt you have in your bucket. So I've got about half a bucket of dirt. So we'll just swing back, quickly drop this in the side of our truck. Tip it in. We're actually catching the dirt or the topsoil in the back of our truck so we can sell, so we can make some extra money. Whenever you've got to dig a hole or remove topsoil from a job site, put it in the truck and then you can quick sell it. What I want to do is actually do about 4 runs down this side of the pit, facing this direction, and then we'll run along the road, cutting along the job site. Alright, we're getting a bit more dirt in this back corner. There we go, our bucket's full. So I'll have to reverse all the way back. Put this in the back of our truck. You'll only get about 4 or 5 bucket loads in the back of your dump truck before you'll have to sell the soil. Alright, that's 2. We'll just finish off this top corner, this big mound of dirt. As you can see, once you actually fill your bucket up, it will actually spill out the side, so you'll have to come back and cut the windrow. I'll just take it slowly. Try to pick up this whole mound with the 1 bucket load as we drive through. And you need to actually work right through to the edge of the yellow box. Yeah, we've got another nearly full bucket of dirt, so we'll reverse back and tip this one off. By the looks of it, most of the block's pretty level, so we'll have to sweep over the top of a fair bit of this block to actually pick up your 100%. Right, try to work on this big pile of dirt just here in front of us. Try to get our percentages up a little bit. Well, we'll keep going across. Once you actually start working your way across your job site, you can actually see the wheel tracks in the dirt. This will help you measure where you've actually done and you haven't done across your job site. We'll head back again. Didn't grab too much, so that area is pretty level. Drop the bucket down and cut into this pile a little bit. So I'm digging a tiny bit out of this mound as we go. Right, we'll reverse back. We've already dumped 3 bucket loads in. This is our 4th load. So we'll just keep sweeping right to the edge of the yellow box as we go. This will be our 3rd run across. We normally only do 4 before we move. That one's pretty level, we didn't pick up much dirt. So we'll work back and work on the edge of this mound again. You really just want to clear an area about the length of your loader on this end of the block, and then we'll actually change directions. Alright. This is our 5th bucket. Just about fill the truck. Truck's looking pretty full, so we might actually sell the dirt in the back of our truck at the moment. We'll just park our loader here, climb out of our truck. We'll run around, jump in the driver's seat of the truck, hit your square button, then highlight your little man, then go right to the far right hand side, and it's actually sell material, so we'll sell the material, and then I'll move the truck down because we'll change directions of the truck, and I might take advantage of this to actually cut the video, and I'll come back to you when we get down to nearly finishing the job. Rightio, we're at 92%. We've actually cleared most of the block. It's taken a fair bit of work to actually clear the block. So we'll just skip this one. I've nearly got a full truck of dirt again. Alright, we'll change angle here just to pick up that last little bit of dirt that we pushed into a mound. The dirt seems to be a lot thicker down this end of the block in the beginning of the block. And we're coming in, we're at 97%, 98%. Shouldn't take too much actually more to finish the job. Once I dump this bucket in, we might sell this truckload of dirt as well. Truck's starting to get pretty full, so I'll quickly jump out of my loader, climb in the truck. Right, quick sell the dirt. Right, we should be able to finish this job off at 98%. Should be able to do one more run into this big mound of dirt just here, and that should get us up to our 100%. When I actually started pushing along the road, I only pushed halfway, and now I'm coming back for a 2nd run to finish the block off, so I've only got to go halfway down the block, right to the far end. So, and there we go, we've hit 100% now. And what it's actually asking us to do is actually dig a hole in the centre of the block. So what I'll do is I'll tip this pile of dirt out, and then I'll take this loader over and actually park it opposite this job site on the other side of this street. Then I'll come back and I'll move the dump truck, because we've got to use an excavator to actually excavate this area. So I'd say we're going to be digging a pool or a basement. So same deal as with clearing the job site. We'll actually collect the dirt in the back of the truck and sell the dirt to make some extra money. Just jump up in the truck, and there we go. Just by clearing the job site, we've made an extra $39,968 by putting the dirt in the back of the truck. So that's on top of our 1.9 million we're going to make for completing the job. So we'll see how much dirt we actually make once we dig out this pool or basement. Rightio. So what we'll do is, we don't have our excavator on site, so go to our company, our vehicle fleet, highlight our biggest excavator we own. So it's in storage at the moment. We'll take it out of storage and we'll fast travel to it. It's back in our yard, so we need to fast travel the excavator down to the job site. Now that we're here, we'll change the camera angle so I can see out the front window. And now we'll position the excavator halfway in the middle of the block where we actually want to dig, so we can dig both left and right sides of the machine. It doesn't seem like that big of an area we need to dig, so the excavator should reach both sides. That's the reason I grabbed the biggest ones I've got. There we go. It's starting to go night, so once we set ourselves up, I might actually change the video to actually skip till the morning too, to help us dig. I don't like digging at night time. You can't see as much, it's not as clear. Right, we'll just put our bucket out and see if we're right. We can reach to the far left. Rightio, we can reach out past the end of the block. Right, we'll swing around to our right. Yep, we can reach right past the edge of the block on our right. Now I'll just swing around and see if we've got the truck in the right position. Right, we'll have to jump out and move that truck. Since you've got a large bucket on your excavator, you want to actually move the tub of your truck underneath the bucket so it's square, and that way when you tip it into the back of the truck, it's not going to fall out the sides. So roughly about halfway along, that looks about right. So now what I'll do is I'll actually change to the next day. So hit your square, go to your coffee cup, and then bring up morning, and it'll fast track the clock forward till day so you can actually see. Right, I just held in the triangle button, and as you can see the whole area is red inside the yellow box. So we'll start digging, and we'll have to hold the triangle button in once we get down a little bit so we can actually see when we hit green, and that'll tell us how deep we have to dig. The problem with digging a big pit like this is don't actually tell you how deep you need to dig until you hold that triangle button in. Looks like one bucket's only doing about 1%. So we have to get to 100%, so that's going to be around 100 plus buckets. So this could take a bit to dig out this pit. Right, that's our third bucket and we're only 2%. This is one of the reasons you want to grab the biggest excavator you've got, or hire a big excavator if you've only owned a small one. Right, we'll keep digging. It's 3%. Just hit 4%. Alright, we'll hold the bucket in. It's still all red, so we're still not deep enough. So we still need to dig down a lot deeper than we are. Alright, so that's 2 bucket lengths deep. Now we've dug. Looks like it's going to be a fairly big pit. As you can see around your speedo again, you've got your yellow mark to tell you when your bucket, the excavator's full. Right, looks like the truck's full, so we'll go and sell the dirt out here. Demand, go to sale, sell the dirt, and we'll jump back in the excavator. Still trying to figure out how deep we've got to go, so we'll keep digging a few more buckets out. Once we dig a fair bit out on this left hand side, we'll turn our excavator around to our right and dig out behind us, and then we'll work towards the road. Still digging a fair bit of dirt out. Nearly every bucket's a full bucket. Alright, still trying to work out our depth we need to dig. Take one rod out and this back again. So that's 2 full buckets deep. Should be fairly close. Near where we've got to become. Take that little bit off the edge there so you can actually see down into the pit. Right. Scrape up the dirt I just spilt. That's nearly a second load. Right, we'll hold the triangle button in. There we go, we've just hit green, so we're roughly the right depth. We just need to clear the floor off now. What I might do is cut the video and I'll come back to you when we're a bit closer. It's taken all day and most of the night to actually dig out the pit. We've just hit 95%. So as you can see, I've made my way right along the pit on the left hand side and 3/4 of the way around the right hand side. So it's taken a fair bit of digging to excavate out this pit. I've sold a fair bit of dirt so far doing this job. Shouldn't be too far off, we're at 97%. Should be within the next 3 or 4 buckets, we should hit 100%. Just cutting out our second bucket deep. At 98. 2 more buckets should just about do it. Just make sure all your buckets are full, or you'll have to dig extra. Right, we shouldn't be too far away now. 99. There we go, we've just hit 100%. So I'll just shake the bucket so the front wall falls down. Now what we can do is actually, now that we've hit 100%, we can move the excavator out of the way. Once we actually get our material, the job site will actually dig the pit fully. It kind of skips ahead so you don't have to waste your time continuing digging the pit till it's fully square. So we'll just park this excavator over here opposite side of the job site near where we put the loader. Turn to our left a bit, just make sure the excavator's right off the road. We should be getting close. So we'll put the bucket on the ground, hit the square button, we'll turn the lights off, and we'll jump out and we'll run back and we'll grab the truck. We'll quick sell the dirt in the back of the truck and we'll move the truck off the job site and park it across the road. And we'll work out how much money we've made after selling this load of dirt. There we go. There we go, we've made $70,817 by digging this pit out on top of the $39,000. So we've already made over $100,000 extra by selling the dirt so far in this job. Right, we'll just run back over here and actually check out different material we need. Right, there's where we've positioned our tower crane, and it looks like we only need 4 bundles of material, so we'll run all the way back across the block back to where our truck is parked, which is right over this far corner. So we'll just run past this excavator, cut through the bush here, and there you can see our truck's parked over the back here. And what we'll do is we need to find a building supply store, the closest one to the job site. There's one up in the village, so go up the hill to the village, or we've got one over downtown. I might actually go to the one downtown. It might be quicker. So right, we'll just go across the bridge, 3 sets of lights, and then right, pretty easy to find this one downtown. So we'll just head off down our nicely paved road that we built in our last episode, across our bridge. And what I'll do is I'll actually cut the video here, and we'll come back up when we actually get to the building supply store. Right, we're just turning into our building supply store now. Remember, we're going to change our camera angle. Remember to park your truck in the yellow loading zone. We'll just work it forward a little bit. We've got our biggest truck in case we need to buy some extra material on this job. Alright, we'll come into our store, hold the triangle button to enter our store. As you can see, there's a fair few different pallets with a red circle on it. The red circle nominates the pallets you need to buy, and the number inside the circle nominates the quantity of material, of that particular material you need to buy. So we're just going to buy everything that's in here and see if it'll fit on our truck. Okay. We'll just keep buying the material. We don't need it all up front for this first stage of the job, but if it'll fit on the truck, you may as well buy it all at once. So we'll go to checkout. Make sure you click on the auto load. Now we'll purchase the material. And yes, it does all fit on the truck. If you've got too much material, it'll actually give you a warning saying you don't have a vehicle big enough to hold the material, so you just take some stuff off you don't need. But since we've got our big trailer, it looks like all the material we need to finish this job we can get at once. So we'll climb back in our truck and we'll head back to our job site. So I'll change the camera angle. We'll head out the front gate, turn to our right, head down to our second set of traffic lights, turn right, over the bridge and turn left, and we'll be back at the job site. So I'll cut the video here and I'll catch up to you when we get back to the job site. Alright, we've made it back to the job site. The sun's just coming up, so it's taken most of the night to go get those supplies. What we'll do is we'll park our truck over the back here near the job where we need to drop the material off. So we'll just pull up here. Then what we'll do is we'll run over and put up our tower crane. I'm going to use the only tower crane we've got, which is the biggest one we could have bought. So hold your triangle button down. It'll ask you, do you want to set up your tower crane? Hold the X button to set your tower crane up. I like using this big crane because it reaches over most of the block and actually right out onto the street. So if you just park anything out on the road, you can actually still reach it. So what we'll need to do is lower our hook down to the ground level. As you can see, you've got your white circle on the ground. That is where your hook's going to land. So we need to bring that white circle over top of the blue circle on the material. When that blue circle on top of the material goes green, you can just hit the X button and your cables will hook up to your material and you'll be able to lift them. So rightio, we've got our first pallet of wood. So we'll try to see down this way. Yep, we need a pallet of wood. As you can see, one of your blue shapes have highlighted a brighter blue. This is showing you where the stuff on your crane needs to be positioned. So once it goes green, just hit the X button and you'll drop off. Now it looks like we need a pallet of Rio, which we've got this material on top of, so we're going to have to move some of this material, unstack it and put it on the ground next to the truck. This is the only disadvantage of buying all the material at once. You might have to unload some of it, so we'll put it over this side, which is the loading zone, so it'll be out of the way. We'll just place it on the ground. I'll try to stack all the same material in the same spot to make it easy to sort out. Alright, we'll take that piece off these are concrete beams, so we don't need these. So I'll try to take all 3 of these off so we can get to the Rio, which is underneath. Position the second one down on the ground. We'll head back and grab the third one. Alright, we'll move this one next to it. It is a little bit of mucking around, so I have to unload all our truck, but it will be quicker in the long run, so we don't have to drive back to the building supply store every time we have to pick something up. We'll already have it on site. Okay, so we'll just drop this one down, unhook. As you can see, there's our Rio underneath those pallets of timber. So we'll grab one of these pallets of timber off now. I'll just quickly swing to our left and see if there's a highlight. No, we don't actually need one of these. So what we'll do is we'll position this over in our loading zone square. And now we'll drop this one down. I can now access the Rio, so we won't have to unload any more of those. What I'll do is I'll try to unload these red boxes. These normally have pipes in them. Alright, I'll hit a pallet of wood. We don't need any more wood, so we'll drop this one straight on the ground. Hook swinging around a little bit. Got to lift up a tiny bit. Pick this next pallet of wood up. I'm not too sure when we'll need to use this material, but eventually we will need to actually put it somewhere. So drop that one. We'll grab this last one off top. These are only short boxes of timber. We need actually a long panel, which I think is the ones underneath. We'll just move out a bit. Drop that one down. We'll grab this red one next. I'll swing it to our left. No, we don't need any boxes of this. So I'll move this over to our loading zone, put it in a different spot, a bit further back. Now unhook. Swing our hook back around. What we'll do is we'll grab this long pallet first. No, grab this red one. It's the same as the last one we just dropped on the ground, so we don't need this one either. So we'll swing this further around. Slowly drop this one on the ground. I'm pretty sure we need one of these long pallets of wood. So I'll grab this one off here. And then the girders are underneath what we need. Rightio, yes, it's the middle one we need. So we'll just line our white circle on the ground up with the blue highlighted area. And when we lower our hook down, the blue arrow goes green, hit the X, they'll undo. Now with these, need these steel girders, which was directly underneath the last pallet we just picked up. You need to lift the hook up a little bit. Now it's gone green, hit the X button, the cables will hook up. So we'll swing this one out. Position that one next to the wooden pallets we just put down. And now we need our mesh, which was under the first square boxes we've done. Wait for our hook to stop swinging. Alright, we can hit the X button, pick up our Rio, and now we can swing that around and put it on the far left hand side of our bundle. Rightio, we're roughly there, so when we lower it, it should fall on the face. Yep, hit the X button, lift our crane up, so we clear it out of the way. Then we'll jump out of our tower crane. It's actually asking us to move the truck off site. So what we'll do is we'll climb in our truck and we'll just change our camera angle, and then we'll reverse our truck straight back across the road. We'll just try going back in a straight line. Try not to turn too much. Oops, turning a little bit. Oops, swing back the other way. Try not to jackknife. Go forward a little bit. Just try to reverse straight back in this area. Right, we've cleared sight. There we go. So now it's asking us to pour a slab. What we'll do is we'll jump out of our truck, and I'll just run over and see where it's asking us to pour a slab. Right, as you can see, it's actually excavated out the whole trench, and it's actually put all the Rio and everything down. So we're going to pour a concrete slab in the bottom. So what we'll do is we'll run back across the block to where all our vehicles are, and we'll grab our concrete truck and pump. If you like this video, please feel free to hit the like button on your bottom left hand side of your screen. Right, here's our concrete truck and a pump. So we'll jump in it, and what we'll do is we'll drive back around to the job site and we'll position the pump in the spot. And please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get 300 subscribers in the next couple of weeks. I'm up to 299 and I'm trying to get 500 by Christmas. So please help out and subscribe so and help me grow my channel. What I'm going to do is go and park this pump right around the other side of the job site, and then we might finish up here. The video's gone just over half hour, and we'll take up pouring the slab and continuing with our new hotel in episode 2. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye for now.